In a prior video, I presented the educational methods. Here I provide a practical application, one of many alternatives for a joint pilot between AI4Good squared and George Mason University's Costello College of Business and Enterprise initiatives. The pilot is designed to make 4 foundational educational philosophies unmistakable in practice by embedding them in real student projects that use agentic AI to support inclusive entrepreneurship and social impact. At the top, the title makes the purpose clear: a blended educational philosophy in action through agentic AI for inclusive entrepreneurship and social impact. This blends university education with AI. 4 good hands-on application of AI for entrepreneurs across Virginia and the DMV region and potentially beyond. Just below the title, a wide horizontal section introduces the 4 educational philosophies that are integrated and made visible throughout the pilot. On the far left, progressivism and constructivism are illustrated with the idea that students learn by actively doing, constructing knowledge through inquiry, iteration, prototyping, and real-world feedback. Next, social reconstructionism appears with the principle that education should serve as a force for social change, requiring every project to advance measurable benefit for marginalized and underrepresented entrepreneurs, along with thoughtful ethical reflection. In the center, essentialism emphasizes that mastery of core knowledge must come first, with students building strong foundations in AI concepts, methods, and professional skills before advancing to complex work. On the right, perennialism is represented by the enduring questions of justice, dignity, and human flourishing that students explore through classic texts and contemporary AI ethics. To the right of the philosophies, a blue band explains how this entire approach is supported by AI4Good Squared's Agentic AI Social Media Outreach Project 1. The diagram shows a clear flow, beginning with engagement automation that handles scalable outreach, responses, and community interaction. This connects to the LLM with RAG-Brain, which provides retrieval augmented intelligence grounded in project knowledge and ethical guardrails. The system then runs on secure, scalable AWS Bedrock infrastructure with upcoming content generation capabilities that will create videos, social assets, and showcase materials. The text notes that this agentic system documents the learning process, amplifies student work, and produces visible artifacts that faculty can use for assessment, promotion, and future recruitment. Moving downward, the large central green section presents the phased roadmap for a 12-week pilot that can scale to a full semester or academic year. Phase 1 on the left focuses on foundations and philosophical alignment during the first 2 weeks, with primary emphasis on essentialism and perennialism. Students complete a foundational module on core AI concepts and the 4 philosophies, supported by sample curriculum language and an agent prompt that prioritizes clear transmission of essential knowledge while connecting responses to enduring human questions. Phase 2 advances into constructivist project launch and real-world problem framing from weeks 3 through 6, where student teams tackle open-ended challenges for microenterprises in the DMV region or global contexts. The emphasis here is on progressivism, constructivism, and social reconstructionism, with sample learning outcomes and agent prompts that guide students through research, prototyping, user feedback, and iteration. Phase 3, spanning weeks 7 through 10, brings iteration, impact measurement, ethical depth, and perennial reflection, creating a full blend of all 4 philosophies as teams refine solutions, define success metrics, and engage in structured ethical analysis. Phase 4 on the right covers showcase, dissemination, and continuous improvement, where all four philosophies become visible through public artifacts, presentations to faculty and enterprise stakeholders, and feedback loops that improve the knowledge base for future cohorts. On the right side of the roadmap, a box highlights the real-world impact focus: AI-enabled solutions for micro-enterprises and underrepresented entrepreneurs, including women-owned businesses, underserved communities, and Global South partnerships, with concrete project examples such as inventory assistance, branding and messaging generators, and market outreach tools. Further down on the right, the benefits to GMU are summarized for students, faculty, enterprise initiatives, and AI4Good squared itself, showing how the pilot delivers portfolio-ready projects, accessible artifacts for accreditation and reporting, scalable tools for incubators and training programs, and a pipeline of meaningful work that makes learning visible and scalable. At the bottom left, a prominent blue box presents the master blended guardrail prompt that serves as the system-level instruction for all AI agents supporting the pilot. This prompt requires every response to simultaneously uphold essentialism by respecting foundational knowledge, progressivism and constructivism by acting as a facilitator that encourages student construction of understanding, social reconstructionism by centering measurable benefit and ethical reflection for underrepresented entrepreneurs, and perennialism by connecting technical choices to enduring questions of justice, dignity, and human flourishing. Across the bottom row, additional elements show sample outputs and artifacts that will be amplified through the social media outreach project and the University Project Examples playlist. The network of partners and stakeholders, including faculty, mentors, community partners, and global impact networks, and the success measures of student learning, social impact, engagement, quality of artifacts, and scalability through continuous improvement of both curriculum and the agent knowledge base. The diagram closes with a powerful statement at the very bottom. This pilot is deliberately designed so that any observer, student, faculty member, or external partner can clearly articulate how the work enacts progressivism and constructivism, social reconstructionism, essentialism, and perennialism in an integrated, measurable way. Together, we build AI solutions for enterprise, equity, impact, and human flourishing.
At George Mason, where the future takes its stand, Costello business opens doors with steady hands. Mason Enterprise Center lights the way for dreamers and doers who refuse to wait. AI4Good squared brings the tools and the heart, turning timeless wisdom into living art. Not just theory on a page or words in the air. We bring the methods into the world we share. We build a lasting nation where the old and the new align. Essential roots and questions that remain. Progress through the hands and minds. We make the good unmistakable in every project that we start. Enterprise and equity, impact that runs deep. Human flourishing is the art. Together we build what lasts. Progressivism calls the students to the floor. They learn by building, testing, asking more. questions that remain. Progress through the hands and minds. We make the good unmistakable in every project that we start, and a crowd's innate impact that runs deep. Human flourishing is the art. Together we build what lasts. Agentic systems walk beside the teams. Engagement, knowledge, infrastructure, dreams. From foundations in the early days to showcases that light the way. For women building businesses, communities that rise. We measure success by the light in their eyes. We build what lasts and Mason, not for show but for the real. One practical path among the many we could choose. But this one shows what education can reveal. When philosophy meets purpose and AI serves the human soul. Together we build what lasts. Together we make the good whole. George Mason, Costello, AI4Good. Mason Enterprise, standing where it shows. We build what lasts. We build what At George Mason, where the future takes its stand, Costello business opens doors with steady hands. Mason Enterprise Center lights the way for dreamers and doers who refuse to wait.
AI4Good Square brings the tools and the heart, turning timeless wisdom into living art.
Not just theory on a page or words in the air. We bring the methods into the world we share. We build a lasting Mason, where the old and the new align. Essential roots and questions that remain. Progress through the hands and minds.